Hello, this is Nick Marine, and welcome to Let's Read Japanese, a course series for the reading of Japanese text alongside its audio counterpart. Alright, so the way this is going to work off to the side here is going to be the text that I'll be reading. So I'll be reading along this text with and the text is going to be coming from either subtitle rips of TV shows, or it could also be digital books. Then up above is going to be the audio I'll be listening to. Usually it's the TV show the subs came from, but it could also be the audio book that I'm reading along with. Okay, so as I'm reading along with the text and as I'm reading along and listening, the benefit's going to be higher comprehension and retention of the material. That'll happen no matter the language, even in your native language. But anyway, as I read along, I come across a phrase that may be having a hard time parsing at a native pace, and I can just pause the audio real quick and just reread the sentence at my leisure to make sure I'm understanding exactly what's being written or said at the time. Also, if I see a word that I don't know, I can then just highlight over it with this pop-up dictionary called Yomi-chan and get a pretty good definition there. It could also be, let's see if we got it usually can be as Japanese definitions. I can just read the Japanese definition there, or I can go, if I'm not quite getting what the meaning of the word is from that, I can just go down a little further, and there's basically an English translation of the word itself. Okay, so the benefit's going to be quick, immediate comprehension of words and phrases along with the story. So again, I get the full understanding of the story along with, again, in the native language, which I think is the most important part. So again, it's fun, it's comprehensible, and even after that, I've explained in other broadcasts and videos where there are some other ways you can extend the benefit that this is offering after you finish there. If for nothing else, experience the video for the first time doing it this way, and then rewatch it one more time as it's meant to be watched. Just playing it without pausing or anything, and you'll find that your comprehension of that second time is at a much higher level than if you just try to watch it just by itself two or three times. So that's, again, a major benefit of consuming media in this way. All right, get that out of the way. Just like to remind you, if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you enjoy this series, I'd like to see more of it, you can subscribe to the channel because I plan to do many more like this in the future, as I have in the past. Finally, this is part of the Let's Learn Japanese project. If you like what I'm doing with that project and like to show your support, you can go to the Patreon and become a patron, and the links to that are in the description below. In addition, there are links to the Let's Learn Japanese website Otaku Dave put together, the Let's Learn Japanese community Discord. Finally, if you'd like to hire me on commission, technical assistance, advice, I'll even tutoring if you, depending on what your needs are, then again, that's done. The commissioning rates, hourly rates are given on Patreon. And again, direct links to that are below as well in the description. Cool. Okay, with that out of the way. Again, you notice with the introduction, if you've been doing this, been seeing a few of these, I decided to change it. Usually I wouldn't show the text or whatnot, but I thought it's probably better to show the text off to the side when I'm talking about it, at least with the intro. All right, we'll see how that works. Gives me something to do. Difficult problem I can see with that is I'm easily distracted, so I might get distracted with what I'm doing. I don't think it'll be that bad. And again, since I'm talking about it, it's best to show it. Okay, so this is Let's Read Japanese GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka, episode 12, the final episode. So this video and the next video will be, after that, we're done with this particular series. Starting with after part two, then the next show I'll be working on is Shinya Shokudo, Midnight Cafe. I've already got that prepped. I just got to maybe the little splash cards there with the title splash cards. I got to get those made up for each of the seasons. So I'll have 5 different splash cards for each of the seasons. And as I mentioned, instead of doing it all seasons back to back all the way through, what I'm going to do is do a season, then do something else for a season, then do another season of Shinya Shokudo season 2, then come back and maybe do, let's say, One Punch Man or Terrace House, Kino Nani o Tabeta. What did you eat yesterday? It doesn't matter. But again, just picking some show from Netflix to, again, do this Let's Read on. And it's been fun. I'm feeling like I'm being a lot more consistent. I'm not, because I don't feel like I gotta fight like going onto a site to download it. I don't need to download any videos now, which I'm okay with. It was only a necessity. Downloading was only a means to the end because, once with Amazon and Netflix, I found there's really no need to download stuff. Although on occasion they might take a video off, so you might feel the need to download then just to bypass the fact that they're removing it from their channel. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. Plus, another thing I've been doing, this particular plugin here, if I press this button here, this is a audio download button. It's a plugin somebody programmed for Chrome. I forgot the gentleman's name, and I mentioned it. But the benefit with that button is it will download the audio for every episode in the series, and it will compress the audio. So it removes all the it looks at the subtitles, and if there's anything, it adds a padding of about 1,000, whatever, you actually set the padding, but let's say it's set at 1,000 milliseconds, so 1 second on each side of the subtitles. So if the subtitle, 1 second after one subtitle ends and 1 second before a subtitle starts, if there's a gap in between there, it removes the gap. Usually that's like people are not talking, so it might just be music montages over some type of scene where you're just seeing action take place. And the benefit's going to be if you want to do a reread, you know, you can actually, and not even worry about watching the video, you can then reread the audio. And again, instead of it being 45 minutes of audio, it's now down to like 30, 35 minutes of audio, which is pretty cool. And that also makes it very powerful audio to put into your background immersion if you want to do something like that. But again, I only recommend for background audio like that of shows that you've at least done a read through like I've done here. Even better, shows that you've put through Anki and done like Morphman or whatnot to look for common words, basically increasing your potential comprehension of the overall material. That's very powerful background audio to have, because when background is important, not in and of itself, it's just that when you pay attention to it, it becomes passive audio. And the more comprehensible the passive audio is, the better you get benefit is you get from it. If it's like almost zero comprehensibility, it's basically noise. If it's 100% comprehensible, then you really no benefit either. But it's around that Goldilocks zone of 90-95%. Yeah, that's some prime audio there, because you got something to listen to be on the lookout for. About most of it you're going to be understanding. So, but you get payoff for when you concentrate on it. Cool. All right. But even 100% comprehensible is still great. I'll take that back. That's still good audio because it's training your brain to comprehend it at a native pace, where, in other words, you comprehend without thinking about it. You're not having to parse or think, oh, what did they say? What did he say? You're not having to think about it. You just understand it without thinking. So that's also powerful audio there. Cool. I'm talking way too much, but this is the final episodes, so I think it's good to occasionally do these speeches up at the beginning. Usually I wait till the end to do any type of blog-like conversation or comment. Okay, let me just look real quick, make sure. Okay, we do have somebody who is watching. So this is a Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon for me, which I know puts it like really late at night, like 10 to midnight in the States. So very few people are going to be watching this live, which is fine. But again, this will be, let's see, June 28th is when this video will be made public again, and then June 29th is when the part 2 will be made public. And then I'll start off on Shinya Shokudo. All right, with that, let's get started. It is kind of muggy here today. Okay, go right here. Bring this a little closer. Scoot a little closer to the table. Get both earphones in. Let's get started. That's a quick intro.
Also, for takeoff and landing, please
yeah, Kenai just okay, the inside of a plane.
refrain from using any electronic equipment.
May I help you, sir?
Yes, I have a headache, and I'm allergic to aspirin. Do you have something?
One, that guy's being an asshole, but he's supposed to be an asshole in how he's speaking.
Excuse me.
I have a headache, and I'm allergic to aspirin. Do you have something? ダメダメ。わからないときは、お客さんにちゃんとお詫びして、代わりのものが来ることを伝えなきゃ。
わかんないときはお客さんにちゃんとお詫びして、代わりのものが来ることを伝えなきゃ。I don't know, it kind of sounds odd, but to me, but
すいませんでした。
難しい。このぐらいわからなくてどうすんだろう。
that sounds
君
good.
は英語の教師だったんだろう。
すいませんでした。
どうしたの？
ちょっと通りかかって。理事長こそどうなさったんですか？
私はもう理事長なんかじゃありませんよ、冬月先生。
私ももう教師ではありません。
思い出してたのよ。聖林学園始めた頃ね、毎朝こうやって校舎を見て回ってたことをね。
鬼塚先生まだ見つからないんですか？
うん。
何やってんだろう、あんな体で。
彼のことだからきっと何か考えてるわよ。
そうでしょうか。
何言ってんのよ。あなたが信じてあげなくてどうするっていうの？
どうするんですか？厄介者がいなくなって。
厄介者？他人の迷惑がかける。troublemaker。
やっと我が学園も平和に。厄介者がいなくなって、やっと我が学園も平和になったと思ったら、この
Jutaki, thanks for the comment.
厄介者がいなくなって、やっと我が学園も平和になったと思ったら、この始末ですよ。保護者からも問い合わせが来てんですよ。うちの子は学校に行かないって言ってるけど、一体どういうことなんだって。
ちょっと黙っててください、中村先生。
じゃあどうすればいいんですか？ちょうど東堂さんがいらっしゃいました。知りませんよ、私は。
内山田先生、生徒が一人も学校に来ていないそうですね。
それはちょっとした手違いがございまして。でもご安心ください。すぐに生徒を説得しまして学校へ連れてまいります。
いや、その必要はありません。こちらが新しい理事長として私が推薦する神南学園の理事長、上村さんです。
Alright, let's do that's Shounan 学園の上村さんです。Anyways.
こちらが新しい理事長として私が推薦する神南学園の理事長、上村さんです。
どうぞよろしく。
これは一体どういうことなんでしょうか？
この武蔵野聖林学園は神南学園の傘下に入っていただきます。
Under the umbrella. So I assume that means falling under the umbrella of it, but let's make sure. 協力のある under protectiveness, okay? Influence. Stop that. Come on. Sorry, now my okay, there we go. Come on. Let's make sure about the pronunciation. Sanka. Oh, is that really a? Let me check that out real quick. Okay. I never really knew the onyomi for that. I've only heard it as casa.
この武蔵野聖林学園は神南学園の傘下に入っていただきます。
Oh, let me do something real quick. Let's see. Control minus. There we go.
そんなご安心ください。生徒はすべて1週間後9月22日までに神南学園に編入される旨保護者に。
That's like taste, but purport the object of purpose. Okay.
神南学園に編入される旨保護者には連絡をしておきますから。
じゃあ私たちは。
皆さんには私が紹介状を書いておきますから、残務整理が済み次第新しい職場をお探しください。
残務整理。Excess positions, I assume, but liquidation closing. Okay. Zammu. Skip Zammu. Unfinished remaining backlog. Zammu. Okay. Sadie.
残務整理が済み次第新しい職場をお探しください。
ちょっと待ってください。じゃあ私たちクビってことですか？
我が神南学園には優秀な教師が大勢おります。皆さんがそのレベルについていくのは難しいかと思います。
じゃあここの校舎はどうなるんですか
1週間後に取り壊し運動部の専用グラウンドにするそうです。
ちょっと待ってくださいよ。東堂さん、これじゃ話が違うじゃん。
失礼。
ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと東堂さん、東堂さん。
I thought it was a private company though.
どこ行ったんですか、鬼塚先生。
おばちゃん、餃子とレバニラ追加ね。
餃子とレバニラレバニラI don't know what that is.
おばちゃん、餃子とレバニラ追加ね。しかし何なんだ、病院の飯ってまずいんだよ。なんでお前は深刻な顔して。
お兄ちの首を手に消さない限り授業をボイコットするって決めたんだ、私たち。
俺らだけじゃないぜ、全校生徒も。
無駄なほらことしねえ方がいいんじゃないか。
どういうこと？
だってほら、お前らいくら頑張っても俺はクビになってアホだし。
じゃあもう学校戻る気ないんですか？
俺たちのこと見捨てんのかよな。
悪いけどな、俺は忙しいんだお前。他もっていく。
ちょっとおばあちゃん。
頑張れお前。
村井の母ちゃんに紹介してもらったよ。とりあえず今はグレートドライバー鬼塚だからよ。
これじゃあ体育祭も学園祭も取りやめですね、今年は。
Make sure about that. No, it should be made cancellation. Okay?
そんなこと言ってる場合。
これじゃあ体育祭も学園祭も取りやめですね、今年は。
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃないでしょう。
すいません。
退職金はどうなるんですか？
もらえるんでしょうね、ちゃんと。
と思いますが。
と思いますがって、大体教頭がだらしないからこんなことになったんですよ。
僕も前からいかがなものかと思ってたんですよ、教頭の学校運営に関しては。
学校運営 Let's see. 運営学校運営
一人だけ
教頭の学校運営に関しては
一人だけ裏切って神南学園に行くような人に言われたくないな。
いや、それとこれとは話が別じゃないですか。
羨ましいですよね、文部省にコネのある人は。
ちょっとひがま
コネのある。Let's see if that's a connection. Probably connection. Yeah, it is there. Okay, connection. 楽。コネ。
ちょっとひが
羨ましいですよね、文部省にコネのある人は。
ちょっとひがまないでくださいよ、ご自分が再就職決まらないからって。
ひがまないで。ひがまないで。物事を素直に受け取らず、misunderstanding? Let's see. No. Warped view. John is prejudiced. Okay, Igamu. Let me look at that kanji again. Haven't seen it in a bit. Prejudice bias. Batman and Ketchup. Or the... No. Okay. This says... Let me just, by the way, let's make a comment real quick. So on this kanji, I mean, before this was like saying, like, think about the ketchup was one thing, but I decided to start instead using it like the Night Watch from Game of Thrones. And then Batman and the Night Watch, you know, Batman has a prejudiced view of the Night Watch because they dress like him, but they're all, you know, pretty bad at their jobs or something. I don't know. Prejudice makes sense. Yeah.
どういう意味ですか。
ちょっとひがまないでくださいよ、ご自分が再就職決まらないからって。
どういう意味ですか。前からね言おうと思ってたんですけどね、あんたのそういう偉そうなところがね。
だってね、あなたのそういう暑苦しいところが嫌いなんですよ。結局はどうするんですか。
うるさい。どうするって、あんた学年主任でしょ。自分一人で決められないくせに。
私だって本当はいろいろ考えてるんですよ。もともとクーデターみたいなことをするのは反対だったし。
何言ってんですか。
Which obviously he's lying.
それで鬼塚追い出せるって喜んでたじゃないですか。
今さらそんなこと言ったってしょうがないでしょ。教育者ならもっと毅然とした態度を取ったらどうなんですか。
Okay, let's look at that one real quick. I don't think I've seen that kanji before. Kizen toshite. I do not think I've seen that kanji before. Well, it's fairly frequent, huh? Yeah, so it's fairly frequent, but it's like in this. Yeah, so I never did RTK 3 all the way through. I only did like 500 of the kanji, so only went up to like 2,500. But yeah, that's fairly frequent. Key strong. So variant of chikara. Stand, pig. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can think of that. I'm not gonna memorize or anything, but kizen toshita.
教育者ならもっと毅然とした態度を取ったらどうなんですか。
うるさい。私ね前から言おうと思ってたんですよ。あなたのその説教臭いとか大嫌いだ。
Let me see that yo-yo. Let's see if that's a full phrase. No.
まだ分かってない。
あなたのその説教臭いとか大嫌いだ。
まだ分かってないのか。ご自分が生徒だけじゃなく教師にも嫌われてるってことが。ご自分が生徒だけじゃなく教師にも嫌われてるってことが。
失礼な。どういう意味ですか。
その通りですよ。
そのご信者は。
I know it's a loincloth. There was a flimsy. I'm trying to remember what it was supposed to be. So many matsowari. Okay, gotcha. Goshigin chak. They're right there. Okay. Goshigin chak.
そのご信者は。
東堂さん、いろいろありがとうございました。
上村さん、あなたも大したもんですね。
いやいや。
聖林学園の土地を専用グラウンドにし、野球部かサッカー部が全国制覇でもすれば。
That's the administration, right? 握ること、制覇。Competition? Conquest championships. 制覇。全国制覇。
野球部かサッカー部が全国制覇でもすれば、神南学園の名はさらに高まるわけだし、と同時にライバル校を抹殺できるというわけだ。
しかも
抹殺できる。剣、呪術など無視する。ignoring the reply. Or erase the existence of, obliterate. 抹殺。Hey, stop that. Come on. Yeah, 抹殺。
と同時にライバル校を抹殺できるというわけだ。
しかも聖林の生徒が編入してくれば神南学園の進学率はさらに上がると。一石二鳥、いや三鳥とはこのことで。
That was To, right? Or Cho. Yeah. 一石二鳥。三鳥。
一石二鳥、いや三鳥とはこのことで。いずれ東堂さんが正解に打って出るときには協力させていただきますよ。
正解。 political world? Yeah, it is political world. I'd say Kaiger.
協力いずれ東堂さんが政界に打って出る時には協力させていただきますよ。
しかし息子が事件を起こしてくれて助かりましたよ。何棚からぼたもちそりゃちょっと言い過ぎでしょ上村さん。
Let's see. Tanakara. I get the feeling that's a full phrase. Botomochi. Tanakara botomochi. I'm pretty sure that's a phrase, and I'm not. No way to really figure it out. See if they have. Maybe they have it. No, they're not having it. There we go. Tanakara botomochi. There we go. Botomochi.
そりゃちょっと言い過ぎでしょ上村さん。何棚からぼたもちそりゃちょっと言い過ぎでしょ上村さん。じゃあまた。
Who cares? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna feel bad about asshole feeling like, oh, his daddy didn't love as much as he thought.
ちんちんお前もいずれ上に立つ人間だ覚えておけ。こういうやり方もある。しんいち。
なんだよ。
頼む。
おやじさんに頼んで鬼塚を学校に戻してほしいんだ。
私たち先生がいないとダメなの。
言ったろ、俺たち鬼塚守るためなら何でもするって。相変わらず何も分かってないみたいだな君たち。なんだって。君たちが学校行ってない間に事態はもっと深刻になってるんだよ。
But again, this is like I was kind of bitching about the last few episodes. Was that, you know, you got this asshole who's definitely irredeemable, and they're trying to redeem him. It's like, yeah, I'm not buying it. Takoyaki.
君と一緒に食べこれだよ、なんちゃって。あ。
生徒からトラックの運転手やってるって聞いたけど。
ちょっとお金がいるもんでここでもバイトやってたんです。食べます？
結構です。
美味しい。
学校が大変なの知ってるんですか？
みたいですな。
みたいですねって。だったらこんなことしてる場合じゃないでしょ。大体なんで連絡くれないんですか？散々探したんですよこっちは。それとも私なんか頼りにならないってわけ？私のことなんかどうでもいいってわけ？なんとか言いなさいよ。
そっちこそなんで教えないんですか？学校辞めたこと。ほら言ってたじゃないですか。学校の方は私に任せてくださいって。だから安心してたんですよ。あ、そういえばほらスッチ受かったみたいですね。
研修やってます今。
よかったじゃないですか、夢が叶って。
そっちこそどうするんですか？もう学校には戻らないんですか？このまま聖林学園がどうなってもいいんですか？
関係ないでしょ。教師じゃないんだから。
すいません。
いらっしゃい。
2つください。
あいよ。
わかりました。それじゃあお元気で。一緒やるといいじゃない。
はい、おじさん350円。 じゃあ始めてください。
I've seen him tear down stuff fast, but I think it would have gone a little slower than that. This is just kind of fast.
何やってんだ。
いらっしゃい。これだけですか。
なんか寂しいお別れ会ですね。
They couldn't afford the other actors.
あれ、とうとう持ちないんじゃないですか。
いいんですよ、無責任な人は来なくて。きっと
Oh, you feel so bad about them. Fuck them.
他の人が就職決まって焦ってんじゃないですか。
この年になって再就職はきついですよ、私たちの場合。ね、藤富先生。
まあ。
ねえ、もうやめませんか。なんか暗くなるから。
あんたは気軽な立場ではそんなこと言えるんだよ。
何言ってんですか。
あんたは気軽な立場ではそんなこと言えるんだよ。
何言ってんですか。僕はたまたま先に決まっただけじゃない。
Make sure about something.
今日午前11時頃、吉祥寺の聖林学園で登校生12人を半殺しの目に遭わせたあの暴力教師がまた事件を起こしました。警察の事情聴取を逃れるため病院を逃走し、警察の事情聴取を逃れるため病院を逃走し、
Escaped, right? Flight. Souls-osh. 上長者。
教え子病院を逃走し、警察の事情聴取を逃れるため病院を逃走し、教え子を先導して
先導。Oh, it's waiting in the wings. 刺激に与えること。先導。
自分が病院を逃走し、教え子を先導して自分がクビになった学園に立てこもったのです。現在中の様子を伺うことは全くできません。人質になっております生徒さんたちの安否がとても気遣われます。
はい、寺田さん。
相沢先生のお子さんもいらっしゃるそうですね。
とにかく子供のことが心配で、きっとあの男に脅迫されたに決まってるんです。
脅迫されたに。
きっとあの男に脅迫されたに決まってるんです。私たち保護者は子供たちが神南学園に編入できたことを喜んでおりましたのに。
どうすんのよ。
じゃあここで一旦 CM に入ります。
大学中退なんて絶対嫌だからね。
うちのローンだってまだ
大学中退なんて絶対嫌だからね。
うちのローンだってまだ10年以上残ってんのよ。
大体パパが無理してベンツなんか買うからいけないのよ。
もうパパなんか絶対信用しない。何いつだって校長になれるみたいなこと言っといて。
資格とか何にもないんでしょ。新しい仕事なんか見つかんの。
最悪の時はこれに判を押してもらいます。
Let's see, 資格で、okay, 探せる Q. Let's see, make sure that's a 離婚と、離婚する。Yeah, so yeah, divorce papers.
そんなこと言うなよ。
ご覧のように契約書もちゃんとあり、当方にやましいところは。
当方 The actual direction こちら自分の向かいを。 oneself. Oh, I've never heard it in that way. Go Yamashi. Ah, there it is again. Yamashi. There's that kanji again. Yeah.
当方にやましいところはこれっぽっちもないんです。とにかくこれは不法侵入、不法占拠という。
So no illegal entry for whole senko. Let's see what's that one. Oh. Senko. Occupation. 武将の自分のものにして居座る。選挙。不法侵入、不法侵入、不法選挙。Okay.
とにかくこれは不法侵入、不法占拠という犯罪以外の何者でもありません。
で、これからどう対処なされるおつもりなんですか？
とにかく子供たちが中にいるので、こちらとしては安全を第一に考えるつもりですが、何しろ相手は全く話を聞こうとしない状態で。あっ！どうした？
Bottle rocket. Well, pressure.
これは明らかな挑発行為です。
挑発行為。挑発行為。挑発行為。Purposeful. 振る舞い。Action D。行為。挑発行為。
これは明らかな挑発行為です。こうなったらこちらとしても警察をはじめ各方面の関係者にご協力を願って。
各方面 all directions? いや、各方面の関係者。
警察をはじめ各方面の関係者にご協力を願って強行突破、強制撤去も辞さない覚悟で臨みます。
強行突破。強行突破。強制。I don't know that one. 強制撤去。強制撤去。強行突破、強制撤去も。That should be 示唆ない。恐れない。But and Nozomi, look forward to. 向かい合う。
強行突破、強制撤去も辞さない覚悟で臨みます。
Let's see, Mark BTW saying konnichiwa. He said that a while back, but hi again. Do you add Anki cards for words? Okay, we're about that. Yeah, I'm not adding Anki cards from this stuff. What I do later is I throw these into the whole series into Anki and then use Morphman to find the frequent words that I don't know yet to bring those to the top to study. Okay.
誰だ？
Where are we at here? There we are.
冬月先生。あれですよ。鬼塚のことが心配で。
ええ、まあ。
ちょっと来てください。
悪いな、最初は。
謝るんならこっちに謝れよ。
みんな元気なんですか？
ええ。
これからどうする気？まさか危ないこと考えてないでしょうね。
心配しなくても大丈夫ですよ。
ずっと考えてたんですか？こうすること。 つもそう。何にも教えてくれないんだから。私がスチュワーデスの試験受けるかどうか迷ってた時、あなた言ったでしょ。俺が決めたらその通りにするのかって。もしあの時私がそうするって言ったら何て言ってたんですか？一体私のことどう思ってるんですか？そのぐらい教えてくれたっていいでしょ。教えて。
これじゃダメですか？
私もそっちに行きたい。
Cindy Carton, thanks for the comment. Alright.
お楽しみ中申し訳ないけど。
Okay.
ほら勝手に入ってきちゃダメだろ。はい、何にもないから早く帰ってください。
Okay, that's a reporter sneaking in.
立てこもり事件の起きました武蔵野聖林学園の校舎の中に侵入することに成功しました。
Let's hear that again.
私は今立てこもり事件の起きました武蔵野聖林学園の校舎の中に侵入することに成功しました。
Make sure about tatekomori, like okay.
武蔵野聖林学園の校舎の中に侵入することに成功しました。これから決死の覚悟で取材を試みたいと思います。入り口を塞いでるバリケードが見えてきました。しかしこれ以外校舎の中は別に変わったところはないようです。
大変です。皆さん起きてくださいね。起きてください。
問題の暴力教師は
I've seen it where you maybe could fall asleep at a izakaya like that, and maybe the owners just kind of leave you be for the day, and then you just wake up in the morning and then leave. I mean, especially because sometimes, like for the izakaya, like maybe the owner lives above the place, so it's, especially if you're a common customer.
何を考え、そして問題の暴力教師
ね。起きてください。
問題の暴力教師は一体何を考え、そして何をしようとしているんでしょうか。見てみましょう。どうやらこの教室に全員が監禁されているようです。
監禁？5-minute in prison, 監禁。一人を一定の場所に脱出できない。監禁。
どうやらこの教室に全員が監禁されているようです。
やめて。
俺の言うこと聞かないとこうなんだ。
お願い殺さないで。
いつかのやつそれに生徒を。
これで完全に終わりだわ。
教頭先生に連絡しましょうかね。
無駄ですよ。あんな人何もできないんだから。
中でどんな恐ろしいことが行われてるんでしょう。皆さんのその目で確かめてください。
あなたのと分からないと。
お願い殺さないで。
お前が僕を裏切ったんだ。
I wonder if that's a full phrase. Go to hell or fall. Jigo, Jido.
結構頑張ってんな。
でもさ、私の方が上手くない？お願い殺さないで。
今時その芝あるか。
頼んでお芝居の稽古してるとこ特別に撮影してもらいました。
I know Keiko is like practice or Keiko. Practice, but okay, in arts, in the fine arts, practice in the fine.
お芝居の稽古してるとこ特別に撮影してもらいました。私ね、沖縄に来てしみじみ思うんだ。
しみじみ。Writing or is like write at one's soul or heart. Let's see. Keenly, feelly, seriously. Okay, しみじみ。
私ね、沖縄に来てしみじみ思うんだ。鬼塚先生やみんなに会えて本当によかったって。私今でも武蔵野聖林学園が大好きだから、これから学歴聞かれたら胸張って言うからね。野村智子は武蔵野聖林学園高校中退ですって。
I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be Muneha.
だから野村智子は武蔵野聖林学園高校中退ですって。
これって一体トドさん何なんでしょう。
よく言った。
我々の彼が教室の中に突入しようとしています。ご覧いただけますか。これが今実際に教室の中の絵です。もう独占のスクープ映像です。
独占scoop. I know it's like a what does it say? It's like only on channel 10 as a unique. I know it's like one or so late. God, why am I the phrase he would say in English is completely skipping my mind, like what the newscasters say. It's like only on channel 10 or something, or exclusive. There we go, Doksen. Monopolize. I think exclusive. Yeah, there we go, exclusive. Doksen no scoop.
もう独占のスクープ映像です。されたと言われた選手たちの様子が違います。みんなカメラに向かって V サインを送ってます。非常に愉快な様子です。
俺が映らないじゃないか。お前喋らせないと殺そうこの野郎。
問題の教師が出てきました。まさか身代金を要求するんじゃないでしょうね。
Oh. Really? Yeah, I don't think he's like doing a wait, was it money for Hasi? Why are these words always skipping my head now? I mean, skipping my mind now. It's kind of weird. It's like not Hasi, ransom. God damn it! How stupid was that? Like trying to think of ransom. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, ransom. God damn it.
問題の教師が出てきました。まさか身代金を要求するんじゃないでしょうね。一体何をやってたんですか。まさか身代金を要求するんじゃないでしょうね。
No, Mino. Oh, okay. I was pronouncing it wrong there. Minoshiroki. Let's see. Minoshiroki. What is that? Yeah, so they're Shindai, but Minoshiroki.
まさか身代金を要求するんじゃないでしょうね。一体何をやってたんですか。
いやほらこの前までうちのクラスにいた子がね、ビデオレターを送ってくれたんで、それをみんなで見せたんですよ。ビデオレターを送ってくれたんで、それをみんなで見せたんですよ。これ全国ネットですか。
そうですよ。
全国の皆さん、野村智子は日本一のアイドルを目指してぜひ応援してやってください。ちなみに育ての親は私鬼塚英吉25歳。職業教師。血液型 O 型。水沢お羊さん。
The sheep. 星座。お羊。
まあ好きなタイプは。
Oh, make sure about that is I don't know if they mean constellation. Maybe they do mean constellation. Okay. So not the year of, but I guess it is constellation. Okay, sure. What is the sheep? Not Aries the ram? Or the ram? I don't know.
広末と松田の子で。
Actually, let me see. Yeah, it is Aries and Ram. Okay, gotcha. Oh, he's Fuji.
血液型 O 型芹沢おひつじさん、好きなタイプは、広末と松たか子で、
松たか子 I don't know.
ポリシーは将軍一教師です。
将軍 Let me hear that again.
将軍一教師です。
See if there's a phrase for that. Yeah, it's probably somewhere in here. Anyway, Shogai, happy life, happy career.
将軍一教師です。
集団関係じゃなかったんですね。あ、そうですか、分かったです。わかりました。どうもどうも。あ、失礼しました。はい。
一体何考えてんすか、鬼塚は。
相変わらずめちゃくちゃですよね。こんな時にビデオ見てるなんて。
でもすっかり見違えちゃいましたよね、野村さん。
確かに学校じゃ全然印象に残らないような子だったのに。子供ってのはわからないもんですね。どんな才能があるのか。
Sorry, I'm not going to feel sorry for any of these freak teachers, except for him, obviously, because he's a nice guy. The guy in the background, not the asshole in the front. And those two on the side belong in jail anyway, so fuck them.
彼女を変えたのは鬼塚先生なんです。
Let's see, Merlot saying. Yeah, and by the way, yeah, same as in all the, yeah, they usually have adults playing high school kids. One, it's just probably easier scheduling wise and whatnot. At least, and I said, yeah, I know it's probably, yeah, it's the same. I don't know if like 30 years old if it gets that bad, but it's still noticeable.
先生に会えたから野村さんは自分の才能を見つけることができたんです。人の人生は出会った人で決まるんじゃないでしょうか。事実私が皆さんにいびられようが無視されようが。
いびられる。いびられる。
皆さんにいびられようが無視されようが学校へ行こう頑張ろうっていう気になれたのも鬼塚先生に会えたおかげで。それだけじゃない。私はいい年して夢を持つことさえできました。私の夢は鬼塚先生と同じ生涯一教師です。
皆さんに聞きたいことがあります。皆さんはなんで教師になろうと思ったんですか？私はいつか野村さんに聞かれた時、抑えで受けたのがたまたま受かったなんてとても言えませんでした。いやいや教師やってたなんて恥ずかしくて言えませんでした。でも鬼塚さんと出会ってから。
By the way, nothing wrong with this teacher here. You know, she was just, just wanted maybe the wrong stuff for her students.
そんな気持ちがどんどん変わっていったんです。最初は
He of course beats up students, so fuck him.
なんて無茶苦茶な人なんだろうって思ったけど、でも最初はなんて無茶苦茶な人なんだろうって思ったけど、でも鬼塚先生と一緒にいるうちに教師である喜びに目覚めてきました。教師ってなんて素晴らしい仕事なんだろうって思うようになりました。
No, he goes in jail. Sorry, fuck him.
この仕事には無限の可能性があるってことも分かりました。この仕事には無限の可能性があるってことも分かりました。 私はもう教師じゃありません。皆さんと違って教師じゃないんです。
僕ね、前からちょっと思ってたことがあるんですけど、ちょっといいですか。
Oh, for fuck's sake, they're gonna do this. Okay. I thought this was like cringy as hell.
鬼塚の
Demon, yes.
鬼っていう字に
You add in spirit or cloud, it ends up, yeah.
言うっていう字をくっつけると
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
魂っていう字になるんですよね。
Yeah, and so yeah, that kanji for like you, so it also means to say stuff, but it's like rising clouds. Maybe another way you can think about it, speech bubbles as well. But sometimes you hear like smoke signals. I think actually, now that I think about it, having something like a speech bubble would be kind of a funny thing to think about it instead of just being like smoke signals for communications, as far as visuals are concerned. Now that I think about it, and then right here, Tameshi spirit. So, and you got Oni for demon, ghost, devil. So, I'm saying it's cringy as fuck because it's really easy to add an extra thing to a kanji and then you do change its meaning. I mean, that's not unheard of. I mean, you take like Naru, but you add actually it can't be Naru. You know, you take Mu, but you add a person to it, now becomes the Buddha. So it's like it's not that complicated. Anyway, I just thought it was cringy as fuck when I saw this. Not the first time, because again, I saw it like 10 some odd years ago. But yeah, when I just rewatched this, and I was like, God damn, this guy. Plus, I didn't like the guy, so it made it more cringy. Maybe that was one. I'm an idiot right there. Let's see. Anyway, sorry about that. Let's get back into it.
僕は魂なんて入れて仕事したこと今まで一度もないかな。
僕もですよ。
教師になった頃は真っ白な気持ちでいたいって思ってたのにね。
Fuck this guy, he needs to be in jail also.
いつからこんなになっちゃったんでしょうね、私たち。
And by the way, when I say this again, no problem with the actors. Actors are fine. Again, doing a decent job. Just again, their characters are hateful, and I do not believe the redemption arc here. There's like, it was almost not even an arc. It was just like here they're bad, now they're good. Okay. Pretend like all that. It's like it's about the same type of character development arc as you would see in pro wrestling. Sorry, it's just not believable.
何やってんですか皆さん。私たちもグレートティーチャーになりましょうよ。
今まではグレイティーチャーでしたもんね。
Gray? Wait, let's see. That's gray, right?
私たち
もう灰色教師卒業しないとね。
鬼塚先生と戦いましょう。高丸先生。
前からそう思ってたんですよ。私たちの手で聖林学園を元に戻しますか。
All right, we're gonna stop it there. So we'll stop it at the 29-minute mark, sure. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll say 29 minutes. Okay, so that's actually I went a little bit over it because again, this is like a 55-minute video, so the second one's gonna be really short. But I might, since it's the last video, I'll probably add a lot more stuff at the end. But let's see, 12.1. This is 29 minutes, and yeah, we'll say 29 minutes. I just thought it'd be better off just to have that whole scene play out and then end it there, and then since the next scene's starting up, we'll start off there as well. Yeah, honestly, I think. Yeah, this video, I think this episode was pretty good. so far. And yeah, there's some cringy parts to it. For the most part, you say, hey, look, it felt like the episode ended like, so this feels like an entire, like it's almost like a different show. But it is playing off what happened in the previous episode, so that's good. But, you know, sometimes it does happen with some of the dramas you see, where the last episode feels like there was like a big jump in time. There was this big time jump, and then, you know, stuff was happening. The Dr. Malo stuff for about break. For those of you wondering, what I do is I just do roughly about an hour's worth of live streaming, and then I stop the video and then for part 1, and then I come back for part 2. Since usually the videos are, even though a TV show is like 45 minutes long or 55 minutes long, this whole let's read process that I'm doing adds a, you know, basically about 2 to 1. So, you know, a 45-minute video can turn into an hour and a half if I just went straight through. So I prefer just splitting them up into parts. And that also keeps it in line with anime, which anime shows, if I watch them, they're like 22 minutes to 30 minutes long. So again, going through those takes about an hour to get through, give or take. You know, again, it just depends on the show, how much of it is actual dialogue versus music playing. The second half is going to be a lot of music playing, a lot of parts you can skip over, so it's going to go much faster. I know it's usually the second half of an episode is like that, quite episodes. And then also what you notice, and I've said this before, when you start a show, that's the hardest time, because you got a bunch of new vocabulary introduced. First, you got names of people, which are completely new. You got the places they work, which is usually new vocabulary. The situation of their jobs, new vocabulary, and whatnot. So, but then that becomes repetitive. So that's, but again, these are words you don't need to add an Anki to memorize. You don't need to know, like, oh, who's the name of the teacher that was playing who's the name of the mathematics teacher in GTO? Well, who gives a fuck, right? But you still need to know that name, because they're going to refer to Teshi Gawada frequently. So, but you just need to know it in reference to the show. Cool. You know, or the other guys as well. But the point was that after you learn that makes this later episodes easier and easier to get through, because there's, you know, you're not learning those parts because you already learned it just through the exposure of the show. Boom, there. Also, it just seems in each of the episodes, the first half is the setup in it, you know, for the payoff in the second half of the show. Again, a lot less dialogue. You get to see more activity happening instead. Again, it makes sense. And that's cool. And by the way, that works with books as well. I mean, obviously you don't worry about the downtime because books are just full text. But the beginning, starting off a book versus ending a book, you realize, like, when I do this, and I've done this for novels as well, or but yeah, I'll even say, I've done these for novels as well. Like the end of the series at dealing with the novels, or light novels, or full-on books, if you want to count the Harry Potter as full-on books, which they are, I think. Then the last half is so much faster than the starting off. It just, in every book, it seems like it's been that way. Now, I've never done it where it's a series of light novels, like with Zerono. Why am I? Oh man, I don't know. Why am I drawing? Why am I drawing a blank on that? Wait. So that one, Harry Potter, but anyway, series like that, like you do have some light novels that are part of a series. So I'm pretty sure, like each book is going to be easier because the characters are going to be the same. But they're still introducing new characters to keep the story going. Maybe even new places, because you got a series of light novels, and they're most likely going to increase the places they travel to and the people they interact with, in addition to changes in the plot. All right, so Dr. Malo says see you later. All right, anyway, I think I'm going to end it there for right now. So this has been, so for this video, if you enjoyed the video, remember to give it a thumbs up or a like, and also leave a comment, because feedback's always good. It's been Let's Read Japanese GTO episode 12, part 1. We'll be back. This will be made public on June the 28th. So after this video is done, I've set it private, and it'll become public again June 28th. Part 2 is going to become public on June 29th, if all goes well. Cool. Let's see, what after that? So if you've enjoyed the video, like I said, do the whole thing there. If you enjoy this series, you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I make a lot more like this. If you enjoy now this is all part of the Let's Learn Japanese project. If you like the project, what I do with it, then you can show your support by becoming a patron. So the links to the Patreon are down below. Also, there's links to the Let's Learn Japanese website that Otaku Day put together, the Let's Learn Japanese community Discord as well. And then finally, for commission, if you'd like to hire me for whatever reason, usually a lot of it is like how to set up Anki, how to get started, sometimes technical assistance, and sometimes just advice and whatnot, or even tutoring if need be. But anyway, the hourly rates are given on the Patreon, so the direct links to that for that particular thing is also in the description as well. Cool. Thank you all very much. This has been fun. Let me just say thanks to the people who are commenting. So Dr. Merlot, Mark BTW, Sydney Carton, and Taki. Anyway, thank you all for your comments and whatnot, and I'll see you in the next video. So thank you all very much, and catch you later. Say thanks for watching. Sure. Later.